What up, y'all? We are walking and talking. I know we haven't, it's been a while since we actually walked and talked. I think since like the first 2 episodes, it's been like
quite literally.
And talk. But
quite literally.
It's a beautiful day. It's actually an exciting day because tomorrow is June 15th. So that means in California, masks, you can say adios to those bad boys.
For the most part, yeah.
It's getting really, really hot here in LA. So, you know, I think it's good timing that we can kind of ditch the masks, at least for now. But, you know, just kind of reflecting, like, I really do think a lot of good things are coming. You know, if we just reflect on the economy. I was asking one of my friends the other day, like, do you think we'll have another like roaring 20s? And his reply was like, yeah, because the rich got richer and, you know, there's a lot of government assistance during this period.
Hello.
And people are anxious to resume their normal routines, whether that's like spending money again or going on vacation or getting their business back to normal or going to the movies again. So I think, I don't know, I'm really optimistic about it. I've been saying that for a year now, but I don't know. I'm really optimistic, and summer's right around the corner. 4th of July could be really exciting. And
yeah, and we're ending the second quarter, so the end of June starts the next
6 months,
quarter.
You're right.
Yep, and then that, I guess technically, I don't know when summer officially starts in terms of equinox and stuff and alignment, but I'm pretty sure it's like June 21st or something like that. It is coming up.
They've been closed the whole time, or what?
What's been closed?
Equinox, you said?
No, I'm saying like how the stars align. That's what you call the different equinoxes, like the fall equinox, the solstice. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's
like the planets.
Wait, so we're going
shit.
this way?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's June 21st, if I'm not mistaken. It's always like the 21st or 22nd of a month. Last one was March, April, May. Yeah, it would be June. Wow. Yeah, so summer officially starts soon.
I just really valued this time to like go for a walk. Like, can't beat it. But as far as like summer routines go, like, do you have any good like fond summer memories or things that you did growing up like in the summer that like was like a tradition? Or
no, I was a homebody. If anything, the tradition was to just play more games.
Yeah.
Yep. Like spending more hours on League, playing StarCraft. For the most part, just League, especially in my high school years, that's kind of what it was. But anything when I was younger, it would be like Halo or Guitar Hero. I remember it took me one summer to get pretty good at that game, which was amazing. Great summer, I'll never forget that.
And a lot of good like big summer box offices come out.
Yeah, that's the, you know.
In the summer too, right? Like Spider-Man. I remember all the Spider-Man movies came out in the summer.
Oh yeah?
I don't know, they say that like they like to release big movies in the summer because like it gets really hot and then movie theaters are like air conditioned. I don't know how real that is, but like
whatever, that's one excuse.
It makes sense, right? You go to the movies because there's AC, because there's no such thing as AC in normal homes.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm also really thinking too lately, like reminiscing on like childhood. Because like I took a weekend trip with my like middle school friends, and we're all kind of the same.
Yeah, who else was there? So I know Abe and his brother.
Abe, his brother, Daniel Brown, Nick.
Oh, you saw
Alex,
Daniel.
Yeah. But it's crazy because like I see them as like the same kids we all knew in like middle school, but like we're all like adult versions of our kid selves.
Yeah, of course.
In the sense that we're like, we all like have jobs and we're all like starting to move out, but we're all like, we all miss like being a kid. And I really do sort of like miss being a kid sometimes.
Yeah, of course. Even as a kid, I knew I wasn't looking forward to it. Oh, you hear the birds chirping up in here.
Yeah.
Like legit, as a kid, I was like, I don't want to graduate high school because then I'm gonna have real responsibilities. I always knew.
It's true.
And I was just a gamer at heart. I was like, maybe I could do something with that, or like a filmmaker at heart. But you know, nothing really panned out when I was younger. I didn't have that drive to do something with it at the moment, nor did I like care enough at the time. I was just enjoying myself. And that's fine. That's what youth is for anyway.
Yeah.
But man, I don't necessarily miss it. I mean, I have my moments, but I kind of like where I'm at now.
I think I just missed we didn't really have much responsibilities as a kid. We just, I mean, that's the whole point of being a child, right? Like, I feel like every child deserves to just enjoy the childhood at least, you know?
Yep.
I'm excited though. I think things are starting to look good. We're starting to get into a routine here, and you know, you're coming over and we're just cranking out videos, ideas, setting up the studio for some new content.
Cold calling and
yeah, both of us
prospecting.
are prospecting. Yeah, that's what I really noticed is like now you've really enjoyed like just basically building your own pipeline too for whatever you want to do, you know?
And get some practice in it too. It's never a bad skill to have, like prospecting and lead gen and all that stuff.
I think it's fun too when like you're not like the middleman. You're like it's directly to you.
To you, yeah. I know that definitely adds a lot of value to it. Because like if I was doing this for someone else, it definitely wouldn't feel the same. Yeah. The motivation would be different. The relationship of everything would be different.
It's completely hard, yeah. And just like you're speaking directly to the value that you can add, not like what your company
does.
Add.
Yep.
Yeah. But I know that we were kind of talking about like last week how like short form is the future. Like, do you believe it? Like, what's causing it to be such high in demand? Like this micro content.
TikTok.
Do you think TikTok carved that niche or COVID carved that niche?
No, that's what I was gonna. Yeah, those are the two things I was gonna say. It was like it's TikTok like got popular and gained. I don't know why, because originally it was more like a kids like girls dancing sort of thing, like when it was Musically even. But then, you know, after a while, it matured up. People started getting on there for other things, memes, you know, gaming and all that jazz. And then I guess just COVID happened at the right time where people were at home, had nothing better to do.
Seriously.
Than consume or even create, because now there's a decent amount of creators on there. Like it's impressive. People just make like, you know, whatever little thing that just makes them happy. Sometimes it doesn't do like great numbers even, but that's fine.
They do it for themselves though, yeah.
A lot of people do. And so that's just like really level up the micro content game, because now everyone can do it, but not everyone will, and then not everyone will do it successfully. So there's just like a little niche there right now.
It's crazy because like Instagram, it was like so unique, but it was just photos.
Yeah.
And then now like photos aren't even that good anymore, or like people want,
it's still visual.
They want to elevate that though. So like to think now that Instagram is equally a video and a picture platform. But when it started out, it was just photos. It's interesting to see like once videos die out, is like VR gonna be the next thing, or?
It kind of just all loops, yeah. It could be VR. VR would definitely be hot eventually. It's definitely getting to that point. I think it would happen in this decade, but I'm not certain. Probably like audio or written becomes popular again, and then, you know, it's just a cycle. It's like what resonates with people at that time because of, you know, the oversaturation of the previous form, which was like, you know, like you said, pictures or video or written or audio like radio.
True.
And like even podcasts are getting like a little saturated, but that's cool. People love it because it's so passive. Clubhouse seems to be dying down a little bit too. I haven't heard too much buzz about it, but like, you know, it just all feeds back into one another, and eventually video will come back if this does die down.
Yeah, I really do think maybe written could have a good comeback, like words.
Yeah, people like reading. Honestly, it's a different exercise too. It does require a little more engagement than just like passively watching a video.
I also think like LinkedIn is a really good place to like consume written content.
Yeah, people love written on LinkedIn. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just that business side. They feel like they're more, I don't know, productive if they read or something.
But it's interesting because like people go on LinkedIn for a specific reason, even if it's just to scroll, even if they don't post, but people do go on LinkedIn. Yeah. So is it more career oriented? Is it more business oriented? Or is it more like motivation?
Probably like motivation. There is like this level of professionalism on LinkedIn that I feel whenever I'm on there, because the feed looks very Facebook-like, so they try to get you with like that social media format in that way. But I don't know, it never just fully crosses over into that level of just, I don't even know how to say it, just like not casual. Professional. There you go, casual, there you go. It just never hits that casual level. It's like, oh, this is the platform where I'm gonna have fun all day. It's like, no, like, you could, don't get me wrong. I feel like there's some accounts I like and they seem like to be having fun, but it definitely has a level of professionalism and like business development that they really like niche themselves into, which I like though.
Too. It's like a networking platform.
Yes, I think that's probably the better use of it too. It's such a good networking platform because you can connect with people based on their roles, find out their expertise,
work experience.
Get their work experience, find the whole history of them. So it's cool. I'm glad that it exists because, like you said, the other ones are a little too casual for something like that. Yeah. And it's funny that LinkedIn has been able to carve themselves out in that regard.
Was there anything remotely close to LinkedIn before LinkedIn? Like, what was that like? Right? Professional, like, I guess that's LinkedIn's niche. It's like a professional social networking site.
Yeah, the closest probably was Facebook, dude. Like,
at one point,
because there was like pages and like, you know, you can set up a business page and all these other things. So that was probably the closest, but it still felt, you know, casual because it's like people were just there posting pictures of their grandchildren or
it's too, maybe too personal though.
So it was close. So that's why I think it's funny that LinkedIn even looks pretty similar to Facebook because I would say they are probably like cousins of one another.
It's funny though because if you ask someone, Facebook is very personal, but LinkedIn they're down to connect with as many people as they can. But like you said, it's like very similar.
Yeah.
And people are always trying to put their best foot forward on LinkedIn, so it's just an interesting place, you know?
Yeah. No, definitely like before we got into networking and like business development stuff, I didn't really see LinkedIn as like a place for me at all.
What did you think of LinkedIn outside of, like if you were to ask yourself a year from now or a year ago?
Yeah, dude, I don't even know. I think I heard about it like one other time and it was like to post kind of like a resume and find work. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like social media for a job platform. Yeah, that's what it felt like. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But it's way more than that. And I'm glad it's way more than that because a job platform is pretty boring. It's not going to keep any engaged users for that long. Because then once you got the job, what's the point of hanging out there? That's how I saw it at first.
And you've been finding a lot of like tips because I really liked how your LinkedIn now has been like shaping into just, I don't know, just a lot more resourceful for you.
Yep. Oh, it's definitely more resourceful.
So like, what are those things that you've like added in there?
Like just my personal content or just my profile?
Yeah, like your profile looks really optimized now.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What are some like little things that people can like tweak?
I just realized that there's a lot of features on there in LinkedIn, and it really just allows you to build your history, especially your professional history, which is what I really like. So you can put your past experience. You obviously don't have to put all of it because I think some of it's probably not relevant. So choose relevant work experiences, your titles and stuff that you do now. There's an about section, which could be used like if you want it to be autobiographical, but I just kind of use it to sum up what is it that I do and what is it that I'm trying to accomplish and the services I provide and the pain points I solve. And then there's like an activity page, which just shows like your likes and comments. So I've been trying to like and comment more things just to show that I'm active and like participating. And then there's another like little section. I don't know if it was activity or something else. I really don't remember the caption of it, but it's just like you can post links to your website and stuff like that. I should have posted our website actually. But what I did for that one was like links to videos. So it shows like recent work. Just to have like people like, oh, if they click on my page, like, oh, this guy does content marketing. Let me see like what he can do or like what
like
he's done recently.
Portfolio or something too.
Yeah, essentially, it's just another portfolio in that regard. But you get to choose what gets shown. And so it's like a very curated landing page. So it's like it's like a personal website, low key, a professional personal website, and it's free. So if you could just optimize it, and then you become searchable too. It's like people looking for a certain type of occupation or work, they can find you that way. And then if like you hit someone with a DM or an email and they don't know who you are, they can look you up. Now LinkedIn becomes something that's very valuable because it builds that authority and that rapport without you necessarily even having to have a website or call them up directly yet.
I mean, some people just sort of just put all their eggs in that basket in the sense that.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like String, really big LinkedIn influencer. She only has to make sure that her LinkedIn looks really good. But she obviously has really good YouTube content, but like, you know, if you can focus in on a niche, which LinkedIn is a really powerful tool for anyone in business,
Yeah.
then that alone is very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Not even including like your own website or your YouTube or your TikTok. Yeah, I think it's being able to like communicate the value in a business formal setting
Mm-hmm.
and just optimize your pages.
Yeah, and then you can still like it still has that social media aspect where you can
Connect.
engage and show your expertise through your posting, through your comments to other people's posts, and then through your interests. What is it that you're liking? What is it? Who are the people you follow? Because people could even see that. So yeah, it's just funny. It's a very funny platform.
Are we going to look back in 2020, 2021 and be like, a lot of trends and a lot of new things were started here?
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
The short form just came to be the leading one for a while. We'll see how long it stays on top. But if anything, it will definitely become part of the wheelhouse of what's expected because now it's everywhere. Like you said, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, like it's expected now as a form of content.
And Gary Vee said on one of his posts too, was like, someone asked him like, what's going to be in demand? And he said people to like that will be able to generate content for your business.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be written, video,
For sure.
pictures, but just having an individual that could like do that for your business, that he sees that as like the future role. Cause like, it's so new.
Yeah.
Like if it is part of a company right now, it's an extension of marketing,
Yeah.
but it's not really its sole
Purpose.
purpose. And I feel
It's like engaging the audience because that's all social media is. It's about like making those connections with people and communities.
Branding, maybe it's part of like community and branding.
Yeah.
Or it should be maybe.
Yeah, and that's where people are hanging out. You know, we all know this.
Yeah.
People are scrolling on TikTok for hours. People are scrolling on Instagram. That's a classic. And then YouTube, you can go into rabbit holes of any subject for like days even. Where is the attention is how can you leverage that position to, you know, reach that attention? Because ads can only do so much for you and no one likes to be sold to. But if you feel like you're a part of the community and you participate in social media in a genuine and authentic way, people pick up on that and you'll get like real fans. Like, and that's what it's all about, man.
For right now, I would say content marketing, branding, people have certain metrics for that. But like you said, the goal of branding and marketing isn't really to generate leads. It's to generate like how many community members can we build in a year?
Yeah.
And that should be like the goal or the target. You know, likes, views, impressions matter, but like what's really the driving force behind doing this in the first place? And if we were to A/B test like two organizations, one of them that, you know, they just have that autonomy to create under the brand lens, and the other one's just intended to create for impressions. And, you know, if we were to do an A/B experiment, like who would be the winner in that case, or would the results be any different? I think that'd be really interesting.
No, and I feel like it would be a very clear winner if the content, because at the end of the day, the creative is the variable, but if the content is well done and curated for the platform, it's gonna outperform like those who just don't participate or like put their eggs into just traditional advertising or marketing. And there's nothing wrong with traditional ad marketing. In fact, I still enjoy it. I think it's interesting and stuff. But
it's needed, yeah.
I think in terms of ROI and the numbers, it's just not comparable. Like social media is so much cheaper, so much more authentic, greater connection, targeted, because you have all these great ad programs like Facebook, Instagram, and even TikTok now has like a way to target ads if you really do want to go the paid route and stuff. So it's just getting there to the level. It's like you can just do it on social media and you'll probably get a much better return on your money.
True. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for walking and talking with us. I know it's probably really loud, but
I know, sheesh.
Get out there and just walk and talk. And I think a lot of good ideas will come from it. You'll get some exercise in and enjoy the beautiful world around us.
Of course, man. Thank you guys. Have a great summer. Ciao.
Ciao.
Puta madre.